We're all, communicating about like what we're going to post. We're never ones to post without permission. We are like, it's not who we are.
We're very respectful.
We were told that it was totally cool to post. And then after it was posted, I think they realized it was Remembrance Day and they didn't want to be seen at a party, even though it's already up.
Mm-hmm.
And then taken down. And then I think they realized like, oh, this was so silly. I was like, we should do a full Skims campaign. Take the photo, even just us. Like, I'll shoot you at mom, post it and then delete it like 30 minutes later. And then I say, oh, sorry, I didn't have permission to post those photos.
Breaking right now, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry lied. Not for the first time, but this time publicly. In terms of Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party, that revelation just out from the new episode of the Kardashians podcast, where Kim Kardashian and Khloe make clear quite a few important things. Number one, they are not friends with Ms. Markle at all. The friendship is between Meghan and their mother. Number two, the Kardashians did not, as Meghan claimed, ignore some type of phantom approval form, consent form when it came to that birthday party. In fact, there were conversations that took place between the Kardashians and Harry and Meghan about which pictures from the party were going to be posted. It was only once there was backlash from the United Kingdom over the fact that these pictures went out at exactly the same time as the Remembrance Sunday service in the United Kingdom that Prince Harry and Meghan demanded a takedown. And not only did they demand a takedown, they also claimed that the Kardashians were lying. Now, I have to give credit to Kim Kardashian and Khloe Kardashian here. They're not being nasty about it. They're not throwing Meghan and Harry under the bus in the same way that Meghan and Harry threw the Kardashian family under the bus, but they are spitting facts. They are telling the truth. And this really matters, because if you cannot trust what Harry and Meghan say about a goddamn birthday party and a picture approval form, then how can you trust what they say about racism within the royal family? To me, this cuts to the very core of what type of human beings, of what type of individuals they really are. By the way, when we're watching this too, I do want you to listen out for what Kim actually suggested to Meghan Markle. And if Meghan Markle had any sense of humor, she actually would have gone with this. Kim said, look, this has all got out of hand. Why don't you come over to the house now? We'll take a picture of you in Skims. I'll post it on my Instagram. And then 30 minutes later say, we've just had a new takedown request. That would have been hilarious. That would have been poking fun at yourself. But guess what? Meghan Markle doesn't know an opportunity when it hits her in the face. So we're going to analyze this extraordinary new development with P-Dina, royal YouTube sensation, imminently. But first, I want to show you exactly what Kim and Khloe have said on the record about this shocking new lie.
Mom and Meghan have been friends for some years now, and they have a really sweet relationship. We took a photo, and then I think we were all going through them. We're all, communicating about like what we're going to post. We're never ones to post without permission. We are like, it's not who we are.
We're very respectful.
Yeah. Like we have the craziest, funnest photos from that night, but we were posting just like fun photos. And so
dignified photos.
We were totally, we were told that it was totally cool to post. And then after it was posted, I think they realized it was Remembrance Day and they didn't want to be seen at a party, even though it's already up, and then taken down. And then I think they realized like, oh, this was so silly.
And they did baby to baby right before.
Well,
they
it's
did
like a charity
carpet
event. So like that was fine, but maybe not partying and dancing on the dance floor and whatever. So we took them down
because we're
to
respectful.
Respect Remembrance Day.
Yes.
And then you just got to laugh at like the situation sometimes and just like lighten it up and be, if everyone's taking it the wrong way, like lean in. I was like, we should do a full Skims campaign. Take the photo, even just us. Like I'll shoot you at mom, post it and then delete it like 30 minutes later. And then I
Uh-huh.
say, oh, sorry, I didn't have permission to post those photos for the
You should
campaign.
do that.
That's what I was like, that would have hit so funny
You should do,
if
yes.
we just made it light and made it
Right.
funny. You know, I think it would have been like received differently, but I hated how that was received for everyone. That sucks.
Well, it was made into something.
It was just made into something that was so crazy and ridiculous that just didn't have to be.
Dan reveals why Kim and Khloé Kardashian have now dealt what many are calling the final blow to Meghan Markle's credibility, and why this moment matters far more than a bit of celebrity gossip. When two of the most powerful figures in modern pop culture quietly distance themselves, it sends a message Hollywood understands instantly. Teaming up with royal YouTube sensation P-Dina, we break down what really happened behind the scenes, why the Kardashians' response speaks volumes, and how this could mark a turning point for Meghan's public image in celebrity and media circles alike. Join the channel, like and subscribe for independent royal and celebrity analysis you won't hear anywhere else. And tell us in the comments, is this the moment Meghan's credibility finally collapsed?
P-Dina. Whoa. There is the truth bomb. There is the truth bomb. It was another lie. Because remember, Meghan and Harry's team briefed that this was the Kardashians' fault, that they had ticked a consent form saying we don't want any pictures released. Bullshit. They were in negotiations about what pictures were going to be posted. I actually think, P-Dina, this is going to be one of the more devastating examples proving Harry and Meghan's compulsive lies. But what do you make of this truth bomb from the Kardashians today?
I just love that Khloe has a podcast that we can actually get this kind of a conversation and it comes out factually as it happened. Because yes, Harry and Meghan, they told a complete lie about it because they want people to find their narrative to be, how it is. It's constructed. They've made it out to be something that it really wasn't. But the truth is always the best. And I just love how Kim sat there and just told the truth and was very nonchalant about it. It's like no big deal. But see, that's what Harry and Meghan do. They make everything a big deal. But the bigger thing is that they were seriously busted lying about saying they filled out some form, which they didn't. There was no form. They discussed the photos. They had regret. And now Kim has just completely laid it all out on the line. And I think it just shows you how much they try to curate things to make it look one way, when the reality is just be truthful. That's the problem that people have, especially with Meghan, because she wants people to look at things through her eyes, through her lens, Look, just be truthful and factual about things. And I think you should have done this ad with Kim, because if you look at what she was saying, Dan, she was saying it would have been great, which lets me know that she already discussed it with Meghan and Harry and they decided not to do it. And it would have been a great thing to do. And so, yeah, they just don't know how to, I think, be in this era that we're living in with social media. I think Meghan still lives in the past around PR and paparazzi. She doesn't really look at how social media has changed the landscape of celebrity, and you have to lean into this more authentic, very truthful way of being in front of people, because everything is exposed so naturally now because everyone has a phone. And I think Meghan just doesn't get it. And this is her problem. This is why everything fails with her. She doesn't want to show up and be truthful. She wants to lie and make things look one way when the reality is something else. And also, to your point, Dan, about her lying and the racism, that right there shows me how you can see this woman lied about racism. She did not tell the truth about what happened to her. She wanted to make something out of nothing. And this is what happens. You get someone who gets busted lying with this, she's lied with other things as well.
Absolutely. And P-Dina, that's why this matters so much. That's why this is so important. When people like me were saying, hold up, after the Oprah Winfrey interview, I was there. I was reporting on this. This is a fantasy. And people like Piers Morgan were losing their job on Good Morning Britain. surely now we're all owed an apology, because for someone to be able to lie so constantly, so consistently, P-Dina, about the small things, it shows you how this is just part of her narrative. She's lied about her father, Thomas Markle. She's lied about her sister. She's lied about her mother. She's lied about her career. She's lied to Prince Harry about not knowing who members of the royal family are. I do think she messed with the wrong people, though, when it comes to the Kardashians, because the one thing about the Kardashians, and I think, look, genuinely, Kim and Khloe showed her a lot of respect. That could have been a lot worse for Meghan. But it was very clear to me that there was some distancing going on too, P-Dina. It's like she's good friends with mom. That was really telling to me.
Very key that she said that. And Chris did try to soften this blow that happened. She did like a photo that Meghan had posted after this incident to show that she's still aligned with Meghan. So I think Chris is still trying to find maybe some opportunities where she could, make a deal somewhere. But yeah, Kim is not feeling Meghan. Kim sees how Meghan is, and this for her was a wake-up call not to have any dealings with Meghan or Harry, because they make everything a big deal. They blow it out of proportion, and you always find controversy with them. Every single time there is something with Harry and Meghan, there is a controversy. Kim doesn't want that on her brand, not at all. But she tried. She wanted them to do something with her skims, and yeah, they just couldn't laugh at themselves. That's a problem, a big problem.
Totally. And look, P-Dina, there's something more authentic about Kim Kardashian. And look, I'm someone that criticizes the Kardashians when they deserve to be criticized, right? And let's be honest, she was absolutely thinking there of a commercial opportunity.